everyone. Welcome to Sam's Summaries. This episode is a deep dive discussion into Sam Fury's summary of the book Your Money or Your Life by Vicki Robin. It has been created with the help of AI. You can read the original summary at samfury.com.
Ever feel like, like you're on a hamster wheel just running and running?
Yeah.
Trading hours of your life for dollars that vanish almost as fast as you get them?
I've been there.
Today, we're going to take a deep dive into Vicki Robin's Your Money or Your Life
Oh, that's a classic.
to see if maybe we can find a way to get off that wheel,
Yeah. Your money or your life really asks us to sort of think differently about money.
Yeah.
It's not just something we earn and spend. It's like
Mhm.
really a measure of the life energy we've invested.
Oh, that's a pretty powerful way to think about it, isn't it?
It is.
I mean, it's not just like a bunch of philosophy though, right?
No,
It actually gives us a 9-step plan.
it does. It's super practical.
Yeah, to really change how we think about money and handle money.
Totally. And step one starts with, kind of a reality check. It's called confronting the money trap.
Okay.
And you actually start by calculating your lifetime earnings,
Oh, wow.
which can be kind of shocking for a lot of people, actually.
Yeah, I bet.
There was this study, I don't know if you saw it, but it found that 60% of people really underestimate
Wow.
how much they'll earn over their lifetime.
That is really eye-opening.
Yeah.
It's not just about the big number, though.
Yeah.
Right? It's got to be more about what it means in terms of your life, like in context.
Yeah, exactly. That's where defining enough comes in.
Okay.
What's enough for you?
Hmm.
Because a lot of times it's societal pressures, right?
Right.
That defines success,
Totally.
but it might not line up with what we really value,
For sure.
So this step makes us think about what really matters,
Yeah.
what brings us real fulfillment, that kind of thing.
Okay, so that's step one. That's pretty heavy already.
Yeah.
Step two, though, I think, really makes you think about how you're spending your time.
Totally.
Because it's limited. Right. We're only here for so long.
Exactly.
What if, every time you bought something, you didn't just see dollars, but you saw the hours of your life that you traded to get it?
That's what calculating your real hourly wage is all about.
Okay, tell me about that.
So, it's not just your salary.
Okay.
It includes all those hidden work costs.
Like what?
Think about it. Commuting.
Right.
Work clothes.
Mm-hmm.
Even, those drinks you grab after work to unwind.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of people don't think about that stuff.
They don't.
And it creates, a false sense of security
Yeah.
financially.
Yeah, I can see that.
And then, suddenly, that thing you just bought
Yeah.
doesn't seem like such a good deal when you realize it cost you a whole night,
Right.
of your life.
Has figuring out your real hourly wage changed how you spend money?
Oh, totally.
Yeah.
I'm way more aware now
Okay, I like that.
of the trade-offs.
That makes sense. That makes sense. So step three then it takes it even further
It does.
with super detailed tracking.
Yes.
This isn't just basic budgeting anymore, right?
No, this is next level.
This is really digging in.
Exactly.
Okay.
It's about figuring out those unconscious spending habits.
Yeah.
Do you spend more when you're stressed? Do you buy more
Yeah.
when you're in certain places?
Mhm.
It shows you where those hours you work so hard for
Yeah.
are actually going,
It's like detective work for your money.
It is.
I like it, and I also like that it's not just the usual budget categories.
Yeah.
It's more personal,
Oh, yeah.
right? Much
We'll
more.
come more.
It's like figuring out what really matters to you.
Totally. So instead of just housing
Right.
or transportation, the standard stuff.
The boring.
Yeah, your categories might be adventures
Ooh, I like that.
or learning or giving back,
Okay.
things like that.
Yeah, that's cool.
It depends what your values are.
So it's like budgeting becomes a tool
Exactly.
to align your spending with what you really want out of life.
Yes.
That's powerful. Okay, so that brings us to step 4, which I think requires some deep thinking.
Some soul searching. Yeah.
Yeah, to ask, what's your purpose in life?
Big questions.
Big questions, right?
Yeah.
And is how you're spending your money
Right. Does it line up?
matching up with that? Yeah.
It's
Okay.
a good question to ask.
So this step is about looking at every purchase and asking not just how much it costs, but how much lasting joy it brings.
Exactly. Did that fancy dinner really nourish you?
Right.
Or was it just a quick hit of pleasure?
Okay, and then step 5 is where it gets really interesting for me.
Okay.
Because all this thinking, it can feel kind of abstract,
Yeah.
right? But step 5, you make a graph
Oh, yeah.
and you track your income and expenses over time.
That visual is so powerful. I love that.
Me too, because
Yeah.
you see those patterns and trends.
Yeah.
And most importantly, you can see your progress.
Yeah.
It's like making it real,
Totally. Like you can literally see the impact your choices are having.
Powerful stuff.
It is?
So now we're at step 6.
Okay.
And this one is for the people who think mindful spending is all about
Deprivation, yeah.
deprivation. Yeah.
Yeah, like you're sacrificing all the fun.
Exactly. But the book actually talks about creative frugality,
Oh, I love that concept.
right? So it's about finding joy,
Yes.
not in stuff, but in experiences in relationship,
Exactly.
and making sure your spending reflects what you really value.
It's about recognizing that, like, true wealth
Yeah.
isn't about how much stuff you have.
It's about the quality of your life, right?
Exactly.
Okay, now creative frugality sounds great, but I bet some people are thinking,
Yeah.
I don't want to give up my luxuries.
Totally.
So how does the book deal with that?
Well, it's not about going cold turkey,
Okay.
It's more about a gradual shift,
Mhm.
being mindful,
Okay.
questioning if those luxuries really add to your life
Okay. Yeah.
or if they're just a distraction.
Yeah. Okay. So it's not just about spending, though, right?
Right.
Step 7 reminds us that our time and energy
Yes.
are valuable,
Super valuable.
and we need to be paid fairly for our work.
Absolutely. Knowing your worth, both personally and financially,
Mm-hmm.
it really gives you the power to make good choices. Choices that respect your time.
Yeah. Don't undervalue yourself. Right?
Exactly.
It all ties back to that real hourly wage thing we talked about.
It does.
If you're working like crazy for not much money,
Yeah, might be time to rethink things.
it'll be time to look for something better. Yeah.
Totally.
All right. So this next one is a concept I think a lot of people find super motivating.
Oh, yeah. Step 8.
It's called the crossover point.
I love it.
And that's the point on the graph where your investment income
Yes.
is more than your expenses.
Financial independence.
You're financially independent. I mean, that must feel amazing. Tell me about that.
It's incredible. It's like this huge weight lifted,
Yeah.
But it's also kind of scary in a way.
Really?
Well, because suddenly I had to figure out what to do with all this time.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
I wasn't working because I had to anymore.
Interesting.
It made me think about, like, what's my purpose now?
Wow. So it's more than just like a financial thing.
Oh, for sure.
It's like a whole life shift.
Absolutely.
That's fascinating.
It is. It's a big transition.
And that brings us to the last step.
The final step, step 9.
Yeah. What do you do with all that freedom? Right.
Exactly.
So it's about figuring out how to invest your money
Yeah,
so it lines up with your values,
exactly.
and learning about different strategies like index funds or real estate.
There's so many options.
Yeah. And then understanding risk, diversifying.
Oh, diversification is key.
Right. So you can be financially secure for the long haul.
Long term, that's the goal.
So instead of always chasing after more and more money,
Yeah.
your money or your life
Yep.
is saying, hey, make your life richer
Yes.
in other ways with experiences and purpose.
What if, instead of asking, how much money do I need, we asked, like, what kind of life do I want to live?
Whoa, that's deep.
It is.
And it makes you think,
It does.
I hope this deep dive has made you think, too, about your relationship with money.
Me too.
And maybe the possibility of a life where you have control over your time and energy.
That's the dream, right?
It is.
Yeah,
That's what it's all about.
totally.
Thanks for listening, everybody.
Thanks, everyone.
Thanks for tuning in to Sam's Summaries. If you found this episode useful, let us know with a like, follow, and share. Also, if you haven't already, be sure to visit samfury.com to get free access to all of Sam's original summaries. You can also get any of Sam's books and other exclusive content. It's all completely free at samfury.com.